Hi, today I'll show you how to make a table in Excel. And so what I did was I pulled 20 guys and 20 girls on their favorite genre of movie. So we'll type in the data right here. So we'll do movie type and then guys and girls. We did comedy where 7 guys said they liked it and 3 girls said they liked it. Horror had 3 guys like it while 6 girls liked it. And for action, 9 guys liked it and 2 girls liked it. And so here we have our data. If we select all of it and then go to charts, we can pick any kind of chart to use. But for today we'll use a clustered bar graph. Here we go. We can make it a little bigger to see better, but we see it's kind of bare. So let's add a chart title by going to chart layout, chart title, and then title above chart. We will name it favorite movie genre. And there we go. So there's our graph. But if you'll notice, I am missing some people because these don't add up to 20 guys and 20 girls. And that's because I accidentally forgot to include some data. But that's alright. If you forget to add something, just type it under the rest of your data. So my fourth category was drama, where 1 guy liked it and 9 girls liked it. So now we have all of our data, and we want it to be reflecting onto our chart. So if you select the chart, go to charts, and then do select data, click on that. Something's going to pop up, but you can just move it onto the side and ignore it for now. And if you select all of your data, including the data that you need inputted, you should have everything there, and then click OK. And now you can see we have our 4 categories with the updated chart with drama on it. And so that is there. We have all of our data inputted onto our chart, so we're good with data-wise. But now we can modify our chart and make it look nicer, clean it up a bit, and just make it easier to read. So what I'm going to do first is we can add some axes on these. So you go to chart layout, then do axis titles. For our horizontal axis, we can do number of votes. And this is the number of people that voted for that specific category. And then for the vertical axis, select your chart again, go to chart layout, vertical axis titles, and then I like the rotated title. We'll just type genre. Okay? And then since it's kind of small, we can go home and then just increase it after we selected it. So we'll just select this, increase the font. Select this, increase the font. Just so we can read everything a little better. And lastly, our legend will increase that. There we go. Okay, so here's our chart for now. We can add grid lines to make it a little easier to read. So if you go to format, no, just kidding, chart title, chart layout, you can go to horizontal grid lines and let's add major grid lines. Now you can see everything's a little more separated. The different categories just have a little line through them, so you can see them a lot better. So grid lines are a useful tool to have. We already have vertical ones going, and I think that's good enough. I don't think we need to add a little more than that. I think it would just get a little creative. It would just get a little messy. We can format our backgrounds, so by selecting the chart, we can go to chart area, format selection, and then go down to, let's choose a different color. Let's do a light yellow to make it easier to read. So we'll click OK. And now you can see our background is yellow. But now this is weird because the white right here on the plot areas is not the same color as the background. So we can select plot area on here, format selection, and we'll make it the same yellow color as we just had. That way it's a lot easier and not as conflicting or contrasting. And so let's get this red and blue for the guys and girls a little more varied. So for guys we'll select and then we'll just give them a dark blue color. That way it's easier to tell. No way that we can get them mixed up or anything. And then we'll change the girls as well to make it maybe like a lighter pink just to represent the girls. So like that, that's good. We'll click OK. So now our legend updated and then our chart updated to where girls are pink and guys are blue. So that's easier to read, it's distinguishable, and just adds color to the thing. And so if we go to format, we can make it a little bigger to read it easier. So I'm going to make our height 4 and our width 7. And now it's a lot easier to read, not as small, not as compact. And so we can find things easier, be able to read the bars a lot nicer. And then lastly, we can add a border, because when you click out, see it's kind of bare, not really distinguishable. So if you go to Format, Line, you can add a green line. There we go, it's already green, so we'll just add a line. But it's not really noticeable, it's pretty thin if you notice around the edges. So we can do changes to that by going to Weights, and then adding a thicker border to it, so you can do any of these kinds. We'll just do 3 for now. If you click out, you'll see that now we have a green, thicker border around it, and it's easily distinguished around the cells that are outlined around it. So I hope this was helpful and that you learned from it.